What is happening, everybody? My name is Gliscor 101 and welcome to Gliscor Plays Batman, a Telltale series. I wasn't prepared because I was like, oh shit, it's gonna get straight into the new episode. So as you saw at the last one, I was like, shit, I need to close this up right now. But yeah, more Batman, so that's fun. I wasn't actually gonna record more tonight, but since it's gone directly into the next part of the episode, why the fuck not? They got that font from Civil War. That's the Civil War ass font. Realm of Shadows.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested
Home invasions.
Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battery rams.
Oh my god, phone, am I gonna have to turn you off? I'm probably gonna have to turn you off. You're being a dick.
And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of
Ignore all that.
stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
So it's some form of floppy disk. Look at this. Look at this walking. These games, they don't really seem to thrive when you're not in dialogue. You think they, like, by now, because I think the Walking Dead one was like the first thing they did, and it looked similar to this in terms of the non-walking sections, but you think they would have figured out the walking sections by now, because it seems exactly like this shit, and this just looks very stilted and awkward. Like, just change the camera angle or something, Jesus. It's just off-putting.
Let's find out what was so important.
Probably stuff. Just glitches his hand into frame.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theatre. And yet I always find you here.
Bitchin', let's go to the movie theater.
In front of a computer.
I like this game.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house. You know.
Shit, no, that was... I was hoping it would be like a light, jokey thing. Like, I like the game, but no, it was like, no, I feel at home here. Okay, that was light and jokey, good job.
Did you find out what that Catwoman tried to steal?
Oh, he said it, he said the thing. Catwoman.
Let me try it.
I'm looking at science, man. So many sciences. It's some form of map. Boop, 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 boop. What the fuck am I doing?
This is a map
Alright,
of
we
the
rotated enough. Couldn't have just
station. Could mean any
did an
number of
Iron
things.
Man hand flick and go instantly to that position?
Everything
Christ.
flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill...
Batman should really build a Jarvis.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of
I know Jarvis in like the form it's presented as in the movies and shit was only created because they were trying to avoid similarities with Batman. But it's such a cool thing now. Like, that's so much better than just having a butler. Like, Alfred's cool, it's a great part of Batman's character, but for Iron Man it was somewhat unnecessary. It just felt like a straight rip-off.
Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a
I won't play his game.
I don't want anything to do with Falcone.
Well, he certainly showed interest in you.
I should stop being a dick to Alfred.
For the record, your
I love
father
Alfred. He's my
despised
father.
the
He's
life
like a
company
father
because
to
they
me.
ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this,
I believe in the comics, like, originally, Alfred just showed up. Like, he just showed up on Batman's doorstep after, like,
I'll check the codex.
Batman had never known him. Like, that was his original plotline before they realized, no, let's do something. There she is.
Found her.
It appears to be some form of cat. A woman who was in fact
much to
also
find,
a cat.
apparently.
Cat girl.
Jenkins. Seems to like
The
pretty well.
fantastical feline.
Could learn a thing or two from her.
Felina Kyle.
About it ending up in the news lately, as Bruce or Batman.
I'll stay out of sight.
Define need to.
Whenever Harvey
Alfred, you sassy bitch.
Exhausting.
After the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then.
Stop being so sassy. I'll have to fire your ass.
I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but
No one's gonna figure it out. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it
Miss
together,
Vale doesn't
the
fucking
incident
count.
was
She's a
obvious.
bitch.
If
I
you
don't even like her, Alfred. Oh my god.
endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
I have
The
a
city
job,
needs me.
okay, a responsibility to the city. You know why I do this.
The car, I presume.
Well, the car helps.
Oh yes, you drive that thing like a bat out of hell.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Ha 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 ha.
it's our gift.
Ha 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 ha. Because he's a fucking bat. I'm gonna take the business kid.
I thought I
Odds.
saw us.
The great and
20
powerful.
years. Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were
I can't
pretty
remember. Is there a version of this where Oz and fucking Oswald the Penguin and Bruce were kids, like friends as kids?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
I don't think so. I know he was friends with Hush.
His behavior following his
He had,
is
I think he interacted somewhat with Zaz just because they were both rich kids, but I might be wrong.
faintest idea.
I'll give him a
Just wants to
chance.
reconnect.
I have
Whether
hope.
or not, he's still an old friend.
A lot can change over the years. If I remember correctly, Oswald was fond of the old firecrackers in the toilet trick. I've learned that he's graduated to. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close,
Master Cobblepot. That's super villainy,
I
don't
know you
trust
can't
him.
abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful.
Okay, like, speaking with what I know about the direction they take the Penguin within this game, I like it and I don't like it. Because the Penguin, to me, he's always been that solid mix of a gag character and a serious character. Like, he's just... part of his character is very gaggy. Like, he's the plump, ugly aristocrat. That's his character. But he's also a serious criminal. And then there are the times where he reforms and he becomes a snitch for Batman, and he's a decent character, but what they do in this is probably a better character for him. Like, honestly, it's well, maybe not for him, but a better character just in general. I should probably look at this shit. Homeless person. Examine. But it's a better character, but it's not the Penguin to me. Like, that's my big problem with them changing these iconic characters. Like, in this kind of situation, I accept it, and part of me really likes it, because it's like, hey, they're making a better character, they're improving, and knowing comic books, they might actually take inspiration from this one day, and make the comic book version a little bit better. But my big problem with it is, it's a complete 180 from what people know the Penguin is. And
Statue, but no.
at some point, when does it stop becoming an adaptation? Like, The Dark Knight walked that line where it's like, it didn't really work that way. It had all of the ideas of Batman, and, like, the Joker especially. It took the Joker's ideals and presented them in a more realistic way. Like, not the ideas of the whole Joker, because some of the Joker is like a gaggy guy, but the ideas of, like, the dark version of the Joker seen in, like, the 80s, 90s, and recent years. But it ignored a lot of the Joker's history and a lot of his plot lines, and that's probably for the best, because it gave us a really fucking good version of the Joker. But then there's also that part where it's like, I really just wanted to see who I've seen from the comics, which is probably a stupid way of looking at it. Like, I admit, the game, like, the movie is probably better for ignoring a lot of the Batman stuff and a lot of the character elements. But it's also like, this is my Batman. But I know those movies aren't made for comic fans, really. Like, if you look at the numbers, comics don't sell that well, but movies do. And there's a clear reason for that. And also, fuck you guys.
The hell are you waiting for? Huh?
Just walk away.
You already made one. Come in here. Next one kills you.
The next one kills you. Why try and kill me? The great and powerful? That's all I can think when I think of Oz, is the Wizard of Oz. See, that's awesome. That's such a great just way of introducing the Penguin as a serious, threatening character. Like, imagine if they went with his original design for this moment. Like, I mean, it would have been hilarious, but it wouldn't have half the amount of tension and coolness. And this is a very cool version of the Penguin. I like it. But it's, again, not the Penguin. It's not what I imagine the Penguin to be. It's not what most people imagine the Penguin to be. I mean, I'd say what most people imagine is either the animated series version or the version from Batman Returns. And both of them are a lot closer to the comic book version, but I would say this one is a lot better character. Thanks for the help. Especially for the situation, like, the original Penguin would not work for this universe. But then part of me is like, why not just make an original character, or take a character that would have worked better in this situation, like Hush maybe. Hush could have worked in this situation. It would have been very different, but I think part of it would have worked better because he has the ties to the Batman world, but he's not as tied in as Penguin is, because Penguin's been around for fucking ever. Hush is far more recent. You're right.
Those were better days.
That they were. Yeah.
Could I just be a fucking pacifist in this game? Can I just be the best of friends with... Like, can I get Penguin to shoot Falcone? Because fuck that guy. Who is it that Penguin has a rivalry with? What Batman villain does he hate? No, I think Zsasz hates the Penguin. If memory serves, I think Zsasz was like gambling, and he gambled his money away at the Penguin's table. And Penguin was probably cheating. I can't even think if that's a real thing, but that sounds like the Penguin. I'm sorry, Oswald.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna make him my friend, but if I can make him feel bad, that'd be nice. If I can make him be like, ah, I feel bad that I did that. He wasn't invited.
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. Never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest.
Let's go murder him. I have this great suit and this awesome car. Let's fuck him up.
All he needs is a little push.
I would... Like, that's the kind of video game, like, what I want the evolution of these kind of video games to be. Where there's, like, just 50 endings and 50 branching paths where you can go in all kinds of directions. But Telltale doesn't seem to be even taking steps towards that. They're still following their diamond structure, even though it has gotten to the point where they can make a much better experience by just giving us like 8 endings.
As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list.
I would love to just...
Smash windows and cross off names all the way down.
I'm not your enemy. I would just love to play a choose-your-own-adventure game that is truly a choose-your-own-adventure game. I wanna be your friend.
I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Like, I actually haven't checked if there's multiple endings to this game, but I just know that's not Telltale's things. I've known from many sources that they just follow that diamond structure, where you end up in the same place with maybe X amount of people alive, or X amount of people hating you, or maybe you get to bang some chick you wouldn't get to bang. That's their bread and butter. But they need to move away from it if they want to perfect their formula. Or at least just make a better formula. Multiple endings, multiple branching paths. Get a team on it. If that's what Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy can bring to the table, fuck yeah. Which, by the way, I'm excited for that. Definitely gonna get that. Hell, we might as well let's play that.
Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
Though who knows? I don't know when it's coming out. I know it's this year.
Bruce.
But who knows where I'll be? Maybe I'll have too many let's plays. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Dent.
Hey, Bruce, you mind if we swap cars? I mean, mine isn't fast and the paint's rusting off, but boy, does she have charm.
I'm gonna be fucking douchebag. We're just gonna be the biggest dicks in suits. That's who we play.
Ever since it opened its doors, Arkham has been a breeding ground for the criminally insane.
You know a place that
Its
exists?
methods for rehabilitation crude, its security lacking, and the rate of death and suicide inside the asylum itself is truly
What's
terrible.
up?
Worse still, those who do get out, or God forbid escape, are even more dangerous than before
At
they
press
went.
conference.
Arkham Asylum
Okay.
is a cancer on Gotham.
I can't blow off Alfred, but I don't want to blow off Dent.
Sizable contribution
Shit,
from this
decisions.
here. We break ground on a state-of-the-art mental health care facility. One that will improve
Any
well-being
place
of
called
Gotham
Arkham
and its
Asylum
citizens.
open in modern day just makes no sense.
Mr. Wayne has a few words he'd like to say. Bruce?
The sick
For those
need
with
a...
mental health issues, there are no cuts or scrapes. Their ailments are often invisible, but inside, they're suffering.
That's so cool. That's such a good way to do that.
You know, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to see a movie about a hero.
It was the Grey Ghost.
A hero who stood up to oppression and defended the people from injustice, no matter the
Why
cost.
would you defend people from injustice? That was one of the better
My
DC
parents
games.
paid the ultimate cost defending me from a man.
I love how sometimes they're like, they took him to the opera, and then sometimes they're like, no, they went to a movie, opera's lame. It's such a weird thing that changes from adaptation to adaptation. My hope
This
is in Harvey.
facility. And our next mayor. My hope is in Harvey. To make sure
But
a night like
it's
that
like, why change
never
that?
happens.
Whose idea is it? No, in this version he's gonna go see a movie, and in this version he's gonna go see some weird ass opera.
Anniversary of that fateful night. We dedicate this facility to Thomas and
Oh,
Martha
it's the
Wayne
anniversary,
and
fuck.
usher in a new era of
Shouldn't I be in
gaming for
Crime Alley crying over a rose or some shit? Which, by the way, having a street in your city called an alley in your city called Crime Alley,
Let's open it.
recipe for disaster.
You first, Miss Vale.
Thank you. With the opening of this new hospital, what does this mean for Arkham Asylum? What happens to the old building?
Its day is past.
I think Arkham has only done harm to Gotham. It's made criminals
Of course
more
it fucking
unstable,
has.
put our citizens in jeopardy. We can do better.
We can make
Who's up next?
Gotham great again. We're gonna build a wall and Joker's gonna pay for it.
My sources say you welcomed alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone into your home. You and Mr. Dent even spoke with him behind closed doors.
I was trying to kick his fat ass out.
I don't
Falcone's
make
no friend.
friends with youngsters. He was
I wish
involved
that
in
would be a fun option. I was trying to find a way to kick his fat ass out the door, but it was
Please,
too
keep your
heavy.
questions on topic, people. We're here about the hospital, remember?
I'm gonna need to ignore it. I think I know. I remember what this
Wayne,
is.
This morning, the Globe received evidence of an offshore bank account managed by Carmine Falcone and your father.
Shit, I was meant to look at the
What
bank.
exactly are you implying?
Transactions connected to organized crime.
How the
going
fuck
back
do you know
decades
this, Jimmy
and
Elson?
continuing to this day. The paper trail ties your family directly to the mob. Care to comment?
How can you say that when it hasn't even been determined that Falcone's a gangster? I doubt your
Did anyone
evidence.
else receive this evidence?
The Globe, the Gazette, we all did. Mr. Wayne, is all your money dirty?
Is the Wayne family legacy built on lies?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
Shut the fuck up.
Allegations be true?
What aren't you telling us?
Does the mob sign
Your
women to
source
write
is wrong.
paychecks?
You should have gone with tomato or
Sounds
barbecue.
to me like an intern is finally putting their creative writing minor to good use.
Mr. Wayne,
Oh,
How long has
mic
your
drop
family
on
been
shitty
The
reporters.
allegations be true?
What the fuck are you guys even doing? I mean, seriously, this is the one press conference of the year since the internet has happened. You guys should just calm down and play it cool. This is all your jobs have boiled down to other than tweeting about celebrity gossip. Fuck you guys. Batman out. Dun dun dun. Trophy at Meet the Press. See my breasts made from real gorilla chest. God, that frame rate.
Hey, careful!
This was not optimized well.
We can, Mr. Wayne.
Says who?
This warrant. It's not personal. I had the boys
Go
turn the
ahead,
lights
do your
off.
job. I trust you, Jim Gordon.
I understand. You're just doing your job, Lieutenant.
Trying
I mean,
to.
Lieutenant.
It's hard to be a cop in this city. Every battle's uphill, in the rain, the skates.
Up Mayor Hill.
Alfred, keep an eye on them. Make sure they only take what they have to.
Of course, sir.
Alfred just looming in the shadows, following the police around.
Not personal. We only want files related to Wayne Enterprises. The warrant covers your place.
Don't
part of
look
Wayne
at my
places,
porno
residence,
stash.
And any companies you own. Your holdings are extensive.
What do you expect to
What do you
find?
expect to find?
That's for our analysts back at the precinct to figure out. I can't comment.
I really want to just give him a hug and be like, I know this ain't your fault, man. I love you.
Mayor Hill signed off on this himself.
That's because he's evil.
As long as he's mayor, he calls the shots.
Mayor
Hill
Hill's
has a
corrupt.
history of making his opposition disappear.
Rumors and allegations, Mr. Wayne, that's all. But if they become fact, I'll handcuff him myself, same as any other crook.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fucking
get
right
him
you
up on
would.
Mayor Hill's shopping block.
Badass.
Hill knows if I go down, Harvey's campaign goes down too.
That'd be a real shame. Mr. Dent's the only DA I ever trusted to make a conviction stick. He's mayor.
I wish they did that dynamic in this game too, because that was so good in The Dark Knight, the like 3 dynamic between Batman, Jim, and Dent. It was subtle, but it was done very well. You cunts. That's the one photo I have. I gotta target it. Boop. Could I just left it? You fuckers broke it. You broke everything. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for what happens in this game. Of his legacy and all that bullshit. Tickets, please. Why were they holding the tickets?
Bruce?
Were they keeping them as a souvenir? That's weird.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but...
Fuck you. Literally, it's Vicky Vale. No problem at all.
It's not a problem, really.
Bruce. First the mayor's office, now Wayne Manor. Gotham continues its streak of break-ins.
You're really going for the record, huh?
Listen, Bruce. A scandal surrounding a beloved family like yours captures the public's attention. I can help you get the right kind of attention.
I don't trust you.
Through my
You're a
connections at the
reporter.
Gazette, I have all kinds of access. I can dig up whatever you need to fight this.
Stay out of this.
Stay out of this, Miss Vale. There are enough reporters eviscerating my family's legacy.
I want to restore
Mostly shutting her out
Waynes are
because
synonymous
I
with
kind of want to
you
bang
deserve better
Catwoman.
treatment than this. The
Just a
Gazette
little
received
bit.
the supposed evidence
Little
of every other
bit.
media outlet, and it's all hearsay.
Could you do
Flimsy
that?
sources.
Probably.
There isn't a
I mean,
shred
Vicky
of
Vale is one of Batman's main love interests, so they couldn't just not if they have her in the game.
Someone is going after
I mean, it's
my
had like
family.
16 main love interests.
Obviously, the sender didn't identify themselves. We have no idea who it could be.
I,
mean, no one's even done
I
their
would
due
like if
diligence
this
on
game had more of the
Press saw
Batman
fumble, grabbed the
characters.
ball and ran. Not every day.
Like more of the Robins and Batwomans and Batgirls. That'd be fun.
Harvey wins in a landslide. All signs point to Hill.
You're a kingmaker, Mr. Wayne. And Harvey Dent is Gotham's knight in shining armor just waiting for the crown. You're the first target on Hill's list. By tonight, this scandal will
That just
broadcast
paused
to
for a
every
second,
school
waiting
in
for the frames to catch
Everyone
up.
will be talking about it.
This isn't my first pass through the rumor mill. I know the damage it can do.
Then go on the record.
I'll be
Right
fine,
here,
fuck
right
off.
now, and stop it. You need to get out ahead of this. Your side is what matters, not wild speculation.
Mm,
On
give
the record.
quote.
Whenever you're ready.
Stores for perfection. Justice will be served!
Repeated these lies about my family.
I love how the not talking was still an option. Like, I'll give a quote and then I just stand there and do nothing. In fact, I kinda wish I had done that.
You're gonna beat this, Bruce. The Waynes always come out on top.
Goodbye, Miss Vale.
Just did an awkward jerk to get out of there. Alfred just looks pissed in this game.
hate to admit
I
it,
think it's his
but I
eyebrows,
smell smoke.
but he just always looks pissed the fuck off. Like, he looks like he's ready to choke a bitch. Look at that shit! Alfred is the main villain of this game, calling it. Alfred for secret final boss. Look at that, fuck. Every time his back is turned, he just does the creepiest fucking look. He looks like he's gonna sneak up behind Bruce and choke him out. Or pull out that shotgun he just has occasionally. It's a thing.
What the hell's going on? Wait, does this have to do with what the reporters were talking about this morning? That press conference turned
Someone's after me.
Yeah.
It's a woman dressed as a cat.
Another scene, shall we? Press is already up my ass as it is.
What, do you think they're there? Do you think they're literally behind you?
Cops raid my house, taking everything related to Wayne Enterprises. Computers, hard drives, files.
Son of a bitch.
You're the goddamn DA, Harvey.
I didn't know what
You're the
fuck to say.
goddamn DA.
Hill totally blindsided me on this one. God damn it.
He blindsided both
I
of
believe
us.
you, Harvey.
Harvey is my best fucking friend. I love this man. I would go to hell and back for this man. I would fuck this man in the ass. Okay.
Why would Hill stick his neck out over this? Just
He my
tangle
best
you up as a
friend.
frivolous investigation? That just doesn't make sense. I mean, what could he possibly hope to accomplish other than a few
It's
cheap
Falcone.
headlines?
Do you think Falcone could be behind it?
He didn't
Of
seem
course
too
Falcone's
thrilled after
behind it. He's evil. He's behind everything.
God, what a mess. Bruce, I wish I could
Though from what I
focus on
know,
it.
I haven't
I'm
looked
sure
into,
I can.
like, I haven't looked into this game. I've seen the first few episodes through the TFS playthrough. I don't think the Joker's in it.
For either of us.
Which is so weird, we're sticking together, we're friends.
We need to fight back. Hill cannot
But
get away
it's
with
weird they're making a Batman product without the Joker. Because it doesn't,
There you are.
like, this seems like a one and done kind of deal. You wouldn't think they'd make a Batman Telltale 2.
Glad you made it.
From, like, all of the hype and build up and all this shit, it doesn't feel like there was an intended sequel. And whenever they do that, you just assume, oh, Joker will be in it. I kind of respect the fact that they don't.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Just election
I think
nonsense.
we've met.
I think we've met before.
You do look familiar.
Wink wink, nudge
Who
nudge.
Bruce Wayne is.
Do you?
So here's the
Pleasure
thing,
to meet you,
Come.
as much as I would like to romance in the
It's a
pants,
strong grip you've got there.
her, she's dating my best bro,
You can fall.
bros before hoes.
Selena's new to town.
Maybe I should just punch her in the face and say, no dog, she was evil.
You're an excellent tour guide, Harv.
Well, if I lose the election, I guess I can drive one of those.
What
double
brings you to
trucks
town?
around town.
So, Miss Kyle, what brings you to Gotham?
Business.
Let's just hope she stays after what happened last night.
The sex.
I was mugged.
Fucking.
I'm just angry I let that masked freak.
She was
ruin my
mugged.
story.
I still can't believe I let you walk home alone. I should have called you a car.
What'd you
I
lose?
sure hope whatever he took wasn't too valuable.
Actually, it was.
It's probably
Was something
long
I had
gone by
recently
now.
acquired.
Maybe it took.
I hope not. These were important materials.
Ooh, sensitive?
Very. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my client. When things like this happen in my line of work, people tend to overreact.
They'll understand.
I don't.
Everyone's so understanding. This Bruce Wayne is just the biggest fucking
At least
optimist.
I'm not the only one who's
Like,
taking
he's
a deep
staring at what he assumes to be a villain at this point, and he's just like, they'll understand, you'll be okay,
I'll handle it.
you're gonna be good.
Someone at my office has to know what's going on.
Also, freaking his model in this game,
Excuse
like,
me
just
a moment.
Dent, he looks so goddamn intimidating. Like, he looks like a villain, which makes sense, because he becomes a villain, but I'm trying to make him my friend. Fuck you. You're a cat. I'm the bat. I'll punch you out. And then she's gone.
Nice to meet the real you.
Likewise.
This explains a lot, actually. How you can afford the fancy armor, the toys.
I do love the
Poor
toys.
Harvey needs
I
a
can show you
palace.
some of my toys if you'd like,
Not
Miss
to mention-
Kyle.
Everyone in this
Sorry about the eye. We're friends. I didn't mean to
It's
punch
not
you.
the first time a man's hit me.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna expose you. Yet. I'm curious about something, though. I do what I do for money, but
Bruce Wayne. What's your excuse?
Justice.
I have to. But you.
I'm a good guy. I love everybody. I want to just be your friend. Your old pal, Bruce. He's just a dad. He just he's just like, Selena, the path you were going down is very dark. You have something in mind. Give it back. And then he just turns to disapproving. I believe you took something that wasn't yours, young lady.
These people I'm working for, they don't screw around. If I fail to deliver that drive, it's gonna cost a lot more than money.
Yeah, well, you can fuck off.
No, we've made this bed, and I'm not gonna lie in it alone.
Oh, she wants to lie in a bed with us.
If they don't get what they want, there will be consequences.
I can help you.
You want my help? You got it. What can I do?
I'ma punch that fucker out.
Not possible.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time. My employer is expecting me to drop it off.
Where?
Just give it back.
The address.
Give it.
No.
Give it to me. You're not funny, Bruce. Don't piss me off. Please, Selena.
Please, give me the address.
Oh, he says please when he wants to. Okay, Bruce. Seeing as I'm screwed either way. My contact. He'll be expecting a cat, not a bat.
What are you supposed to mean?
That's funny because rhyming. Good job. Good job. It always, like, I love this design of Catwoman. Not just the look, but like the hair color. I hated, like, blonde Catwoman. That irritated me so much. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I grew up on black-haired Catwoman from other sources. That just seemed like it's what it was meant to be, and then I watched the animated series, because I watched it later than a lot of other Batman, and then it was like, oh fuck, blonde. Bye. Bye, Selena. Don't screw it up. And we're not gonna screw it up, because I'm gonna see you guys, and we're gonna do it next time on Gliscor Plays Batman Telltale series. Bye.